skies. Suddenly the deepness can get through when you live a life without a clue, and you're looking into cold green eyes. Changing, the knowing feeling could make you fall from the dreamy skies. Suddenly the deepness can get through, realize I fall along with you, and you're looking into cold green eyes. Ooh. Changing, the knowing feeling could make you fall from the dreamy skies. Suddenly the deepness can get through, realize I fall along with you, and we're looking into cold green eyes.
What is up, people? We are back here with another OSU Mania 4K World Cup 2021 match. We're almost done with round of 16, but we still have a couple more matches to go. I am Davey, joined here by none other than Paturage. How you doing, mate?
Yeah, I'm still doing fine. Looking forward to the next few matches. We're going to have Belgium versus Peru right now live on OSU Live. And at the same time, we're going to have the United States versus France going in parallel, but it's not streamed right now. But we will inform you about eventual events that happened in that match.
What are those events? I mean, yeah, we'll see. I thought you tried to say something about what's going to happen right now, but in any case, we are starting off with bans and picks. Now I'm not 100% sure about Belgium's and Peru's strength. I think that Belgium seems a bit inconsistent looking at their previous results. Peru had some unlucky moments, it seems, versus their earlier match against France. There was like, I don't know, a disconnect. Something happened that meant that there were only 2 scores submitted.
No, I think Peru for the first 2 picks, someone actually got disconnected, and they got 2 less occasions to get points, but still, it ended up in quite a defeat, but kind of an undeserved defeat. Peru is still really strong. Like, the 0 is like their hard hitter, and by far would be the best player in the lobby right now. No question about it.
Yeah, especially in terms of long note accuracy, they can pull off some feats there. Like, they had a 1-to-12 ratio on Toad's drive. That's really good. So I don't assume this will be quite the sweep. We'll see.
Yeah, I feel like that's pretty ambiguous. I think that this match is going to be pretty ambiguous.
Yeah.
Belgium and Peru kind of both have, at this point of the tournament, kind of a third player problem. I think that, well, their best players are going to be performing pretty well, but their second and third player are going to be a little bit harder to figure out as we go into the match. We see the bans right now.
That and sometimes nerves just strike. And as we've seen this week, it's been quite intense, like the Vietnam versus Hong Kong match. I thought that would have gone like almost a clean sweep from Vietnam side, but you know, it seems like I underestimated their opponents. Yeah, just anything can happen. This round has been really wild. So yeah, there we go. I didn't have time to discuss the banning strategy or whatever they had. They went ahead and banned the Discordia from Peru, and they picked Winnipeg Die. I don't remember what the ban from Belgium's side was, but I think it was the SVE.
Yes, Belgium actually banned Kyoryu. I think Belgium kind of has some trouble keeping some scores in the SV department, so that makes sense. I think Give It the Blood might be a little bit simpler to grasp for the Belgian team. As for Peru, Discordia is a pretty sensible ban because Belgium is pretty all-rounded, so Discordia makes sense.
Yeah, they don't have any direct weakness from what it looks like. It's just that, as you said, they have a bit of a third player problem. Just one guy lagging a bit behind, just in terms of accuracy or whatever. And sometimes I see here that they tend to miss as well, like probably has something to do with the nerves, which is a very big factor in tournaments. You can like put many players in these kind of tier lists in terms of how strong they are, but it will always vary in terms of tournament pressure, if that makes sense.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, right now, we are also hoping that Peru is not gonna be literally lagging in terms of connection. But right now, we can look at the current accuracies, and Peru is managing pretty well right now.
Yeah, they're doing it really like solid team score right now. they have to keep up pace. It's going to be a pretty rough couple of streams coming up. A bunch of hands interspersed with jumps. They're pretty repeating too, which can be disorienting for some.
Yeah, speaking of disorientation, Belgium lost a lot of accuracy, especially in shots.
It seems like
right now.
Seems like he's hitting late, which usually means one of two things: that the pick is too physical for them, or that they're not enough warmed up, or I mean, it can be almost anything else. However, Kasumi did get a miss there, but it seems like Shafts is having even a much worse time than Katsumi, so that Kasumi miss won't hurt as bad. It looks like Peru might have this in the bag.
Yeah, there's almost no question about it. Shafts kind of broke. I don't know what happened. Maybe it's an issue of lag.
That seems brutal.
Yeah, it seems to be happening a lot, like really late hits. It might even be an issue with a computer issue or a game issue. So
yeah, it can be anything. Very
but still,
unfortunate.
as for the scores that are actually on the board, the zero with a 994 and
Kasumi even better ratio.
Yeah, Kasumi having a better ratio. It's unfortunate about the miss that happened, but Peru is looking really, really strong at the right department. Belgium might be aiming for a hybrid or LNs right now, or even a C, I don't know.
Yeah, like Belgium don't seem to have much of a preference. I might just go with what they prefer to play. Just, I don't know, brain fog, even. Or maybe something that's less physical if they're worried about their third player. Like, yeah, it's still unclear about what's happened to who are different called again. The third player. Shafts, yeah.
Yeah, it's still unclear, but I guess we're not gonna know as we have a match to continue. Another match is going on as well, the United States versus France. The United States banned Give Me the Blood, and France banned Kyoryu, so it's no SE match.
And the United States got a pretty well-rounded score on paintings. Everyone scoring almost a 996, with Mashu being the highest score of 996137. That you can't really compete against that. France did well, but yeah, that's a bit much.
Yeah, it's pretty difficult to hold. And as we're not going to see any SVs in the United States versus France, we're going to see the only SV remaining between Belgium and Peru right now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so Belgium actually banned Kyoryu, but picks Give Me the Blood, so it gives credit to my hypothesis that Kyoryu might be hard for Belgium, but Give Me the Blood might be way more affordable for Belgium.
Yeah, it seems like Kyoryu hasn't been picked all that much. It has been banned multiple times. Might have something to do with the slow jams, but yeah, we did get some closure about what happened to Shafts there. Apparently had a bit of hand cramps, and if your hands are hurting, obviously it's going to impact your performance a lot.
Yeah, cramps can happen for a variety of reasons. The reasons can be physical, or they can even be due to stress, due to being nervous in a tournament situation, or maybe lack of warm up. I'm not really sure, but it's kind of worrying. But
yeah,
we still have a match to continue, and we do have 6 players on each side. Well, not sure about Peru though. I think they have 5 players in
And
total.
yeah, I think Akeiro's subbed in for Chavs, so they can rest their hand a bit, which is good. You don't want to stress your hand too much.
I don't know what happened to Yeti here. Yeti has less combo than everyone else.
I think he missed, because, yeah, that's probably a miss, and it's not the client. As much as we like to blame client, this time it doesn't look like a client's fault. Blame client.
Oh my god. Is Peru weak in anything right now?
99.8 almost across the board for Peru. They're doing really well for themselves, really showing off. Wonder why they weren't a higher seed. I mean,
yeah, they were 17. They were 17th in the qualifiers, so it's in the border of. It's right in the border between high and low.
Yeah.
Higher half and lower half.
They were right right in the middle of the packs, so to speak. And still, did I hear a miss? Yeah, that was spam block.
Yeah, if you hear a miss, it's definitely the first player in the lobby, and spam block is going to be missing a second time actually.
Yeah, he pressed too early there, apparently. Maybe he didn't practice enough or something. I heard it in the chat earlier that they had like 30 minutes worth of practice on this. Like before the match. That's not good.
Yeah, it seems that Peru had a little bit more practice, especially Chiretsu.
Yeah, they're doing really well. Being well prepared and all, that never hurts. And SV picks are usually used as one of those minor picked against like a powerhouse that you could maybe score better on just if you grind it enough, right?
Wow, look at the ratios from Peru's side. They're basically all the same.
Yeah.
What I like to see about the Peruvian team is that they're pretty cohesive. Like they kind of have all the same like skill.
Yeah, that's pretty good. That's a pretty good observation. Yeah, like reminds me a bit of Thailand when they're playing LNs. They just get such a good team score, and everyone has about the same like score-wise.
Oh my god! France actually got a point on Winnipeg. What happened?
How?
Okay, so Grip Warrior actually choked pretty hard, having 4 misses.
That's unfortunate. Yeah.
Oh my god, what are those runs from Il Richie and Toph? Oh my god, 80 and 82 regulars, D1 double S's.
Yeah, and US is one of those teams that we're talking about that is so equal across skill set that, you know, they pretty much get the same scores. They're so well equalized. So it's really scary to go up against them. Because you can't, like, assume that the third player is going to mess up or get a bad ratio, stuff like that. They're just really well around it.
Yeah, United States is really scary this year around. Coming back to Belgium versus Peru, we are going to be seeing the next pick, which is going to be Etude. We haven't seen any hybrids from Peru yet. Maybe we have some stats about last week, but I actually don't have them in front of me, so just going to be...
from what I can see, I think they played 7. Yeah, they played 7, and Desero got 996k on it, which is really good. That was almost the top score of the lobby. But they only had 2 players for it. They had that disconnect, so unfortunate.
Yeah, that's really unfortunate. I hope it doesn't happen again. I really hope it doesn't happen again because getting a loss due to technical issues is really heartbreaking. Anyways, we
Agreed.
are going to be going in. I think for the carries, it's going to be Montespan
Wait,
versus
what
the
did
Zero.
Kasumi just... Oh, that was client. That was client, sorry. It looked like
Ah,
Kasumi forgot to press the keys. But it's just the client playing tricks on me.
yeah. For a moment, I thought that there was a tiny bit of combo missing from Kasumi's playfield.
It was like 10 misses all at once because the client made it look like he didn't press at all.
Oh, wait a minute. It's actually looking pretty challengeable right now.
Yeah, it's flickering a bit, so maybe Belgium should pick more hybrids? Not sure.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, Chef seems to be feeling better right now. Like, 99.6 is really good right now. But,
Yeah,
we
good at
still
the
have
field.
half the map to go.
This also is a map that has a bit more breaks in between. It's not as constant, and yes, we see as the patterning got more dense, it starts to hit later, which really impacts his score a lot. Now he's down at almost 98. Yeah, 98 now. You don't want that to happen. And
Yeah.
right now, Peru has the lead. It's going to be really hard to come, like, recover.
Yeah, there are not many notes remaining, and yeah, Chef's accuracy dropped right from 99.5 to 99.0, which is kind of equivalent to a miss, or even more.
Yeah, that's like way more than just a miss. If you chain like 3200, that's more than at least 4 misses or something. They cost a lot. And that is it. Peru's point it is. Yeti doing really well actually. That's a very good score.
Yeah, score-wise, Peru again is having really similar scores: 992, 989, and 989. The ratios are a little bit different. Kasumi getting the V1 double S, but with a lesser ratio than their teammates. But yeah, it was the Zero with a really, really decent front ratio.
Yeah, the best of the lobby, definitely. As we can see, Shafts had a bit too many 200s. Had that not happened, where the dense patterning started to just impact his performance, might have seen a bit of a closer one, actually.
What is happening in the United States versus France match? France is actually leading 2-1.
How?
Wait, they just won on Capstel, and actually, Toph choked Capstel.
Both of all players choking Carousel. Oh no.
Oh my god, what is happening over there? I'm really interested. But right now, we are seeing our own version of Capstel right now, and it's going to be really interesting to see Peru's performance on the pure LNs.
Yep. Allen tournament moment. I think Desiree was where this was a qualifier. Back when I was a bit of a dumb mapper. I made really stupid to play maps. This was definitely one of them.
Oh yeah, the initial.
Huh?
Sorry, the initial version of Capsule was really conceptual, but I really liked it for what it's worth. But tournament-wise, it's a little bit weird, so we kind of edited it.
Yeah. And we're just waiting for the match to start. Let's see these gamers pull some scores. I'm not sure about how well Chaz would play in this. Maybe do better considering that there's no like dense rise patterning. It's mostly a matter of coordinating LNs. And this is pretty just coordination and tech heavy for the most part. Especially at the very end, like the ending section, where there's a bunch of just long, very long notes going on with graces and all. Oh,
No.
Chaz moves. No.
Yeah, I was going to mention that the map is less physical than what we've seen up until now, but it does not help Shafts quite yet.
Well, one can hope that Peru misses, maybe. Equalize it a bit. Like, Chefs is doing alright right now, by all means. It's just that one miss.
Yeah, Peru has been looking really consistent all around this this match, so pretty terrifying for Belgium to be missing right now.
Yeah, we're starting to reach a bit of a break point, and the last section is about to pop out, where we might see some changes. I don't know. I feel like that section is overall pretty easy to just FC, but in terms of hacking it, it could be a bit different depending on players. And
Oh man. Peru is on a really good team run right now.
Oh yeah, they're crushing it.
But Belgium's run is actually not bad at all. Only getting one combo break at all, really.
Getting some Vamos Peru. Vamos Peru in chat.
Vamos Peru! They're getting their 4th point right now. That's... wow, they're on a roll.
Yeah, looks like we're about to pick up a broom, honestly. But I suppose it's a bit too soon to call it. We've seen crazier comebacks before.
Yeah, we've seen the reverse sweeps happen before. It has happened before, I believe. So be careful, be careful.
Don't be too cocky.
Yeah, I must note that the Zero actually only got 1/200 on Capsule. It's really, really hard to get a V1SS on this. Props to the Zero.
Yeah, the Zero is nuts on Elenac, so it's a good idea for Peru to pick the more Ellen stuff. Like, I'd say their next pick could be Paintings. They can pretty much outclass Belgium or even Sakura, actually. Because if Shafts would be playing, I don't think he would be too keen on those patterns, since they're more physical than the others. But either way, I'm not sure why they keep Shafts in if they just don't have anyone else to fill in. Because, yeah, he has hand cramps, you gotta take care of your hands. You gotta get some rest.
Yeah, it's good to be playing well, but you're also gonna be taking care of yourself. And, as organizers, we value the well-being and health of our players. You should too.
Yeah. Everyone should. Okay, they're subbing in Akelo for Robotic Girl. Which is a good idea, since this is another very dense thing, like Winnipeg, just longer.
Going back to the other side, the United States versus France is 2-2 right now between the two teams. The United States just won on Robotic Girl, no shows happening this time.
Yeah, this one. I think that. Whatever. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's see what happens. 3 minutes and 19 seconds. I really hope that everyone in the lobby has enough stamina. It seems that Belgium decided that chefs did not have the stamina for this, so they're going to be replaced by Ikero.
Yeah, hopefully he can keep up a bit better with the right patterning. Unfortunately, Akari did just get a 200 on the first note. Might have been like a first note lag thing, I don't know. It happens sometimes.
Yeah, I hope it's not the case.
Yeah, well, it should be easy to tell if it is. So far, Dazaru just showing off 99.92, just raging the hell out of this map.
Yeah, actually Peru as a whole is really underrated. Not one player is under 99.80. Really, right now, what?
99.8. Yeah, indeed. Like, I think it's just a matter that they do really well the higher up we go in terms of difficulty. I think Kasumi is like a really strong endgame player. That they might falter a bit on some other skill set that are easier.
But Akero actually missed there, and Yeti is missing in return. Oh my god.
Yeah, this is a slaughter by now. But they just... If you wanna try to stay competitive, I'm sorry, but don't miss.
Yeah, you gotta hit the notes, eh?
Just hit the notes for it. It's so easy.
Like, Yeti still has a really good accuracy right now, 99.75. If it were not for the miss, this would have been on par for a 992 or 993K. But right now it's not the case anymore.
For a miss, I mean, Peru's doing fine. Yeah, they're doing pretty well. But yeah, Mortal Spawn is doing really well himself. Probably one scary player to look out for. And we're almost at the end now. Just a couple of more tricky streams to go. I think this is the Oh, that's clean. I'm not sure if that was clean actually. I saw a couple of 200s from that miss.
Yeah, no, like Kasumi still has a pretty good accuracy right now. It's just kind of forgetting a note. Gotta hit those notes.
You forgot a note. Oh, I didn't know that note existed. I'm sorry.
I forgot.
I forgot. It's called. But yeah, it's almost done. Peru still in the lead. They got this pretty much in the bag. Yeah,
there is not enough notes for Belgium to be recovering right now. This is kind of heartbreaking. But Mortal Spawn is actually on a pretty good run right now. 99.84 is pretty outstanding.
I'd like to go ahead and say that France won another pick against United States. Specifically Sakura Mirage.
No way! The entire lobby actually full comboed Sakura Mirage. That was no jokes. It was pure skill.
Oh my god.
France is actually so good on the lens.
Let's go. They're actually giving US a run for their money. I love to see this.
Dude.
Okay, only one more point and we might be able to switch through that. I mean, switch to that match. I'm not sure about what the other people think about that, but it would be cool. Come on, let us have some fun. Just switch to, the other. But who knows, Belgium might just start their reverse sweep career now.
Yeah, honestly, if Belgium were to reverse sweep Peru right now, it would be way more entertaining than the United States versus France, because
Yeah,
a reverse sweep you don't see every day. That's for sure. But
and
United
with
States
that
versus
going on.
France is looking pretty hectic right now.
Yeah, especially with these really low C teams like Belgium being the lowest of them all. If they manage to randomly come around and just reverse sweep Peru, that would be a story for the ages. So let's see, can they pull it off? Can
Yeah,
they make
right now Belgium has the control over the pick, and I'm guessing they're gonna go with one of the Ellen picks, or Shakushain would have been one of the possibilities that they have.
Yeah, I think Sakura Mirage is their better pick. The Zero does really well on density, accuracy, and just the physical element might be too much for Belgium's players.
Honestly, Ellen Speed has been kind of netting some teams some unexpected points. We can speak for France, for example, who just got points against the United States on Sakura Mirage. We can speak for other teams as well who didn't quite get the advantage on the other Olympics, Castel or Paintings, but did get a point on Sakura Mirage. But yeah, right now, the United States versus France, 3-3. The United States got a point back on one of the.
It was one of none, yeah. Which is Rise 6. One map I don't see often picked, but it's pretty entertaining to see that map. Pretty well mapped overall.
Yeah, one of none is pretty high tier, pretty high quality. And also very interesting is a tournament pick. But right now we're going to be coming back to the match, and Kazumi is kind of lagging behind with another pick apparently.
And Chefs is back, so wait, what the hell happened there?
Yeah, we just have to recalibrate the client right now, and Chefs might be able to handle this speed. Only 187 BPM.
And for a moment there it looked like Mortal Spawn was playing against himself. Just trying to score by himself, I guess. But yeah, this looks really solidly in Peru's favor so far, because Mortal Spawn and Shafts a bit is, as well as Yeti actually, is lagging a lot.
Oh no, Yeti! Yeti actually tripped over the longest LN.
Oh, for some reason, players keep tripping up on the longer LNs of this map. They treat it as it's some kind of jump street map, which I guess it's it pretty much is just a glorified Rise map, but still, it's kind of need that control.
Yeah. Right now, Maltesman is quite behind because of some initial misses, I guess. And Peru is still looking like a solid unit. The XP Juice is a little bit behind, having caught some accuracy drops. But it's good for Tsumi, actually.
Zuru also doing really well for himself, gotta say. Like 99 with 84, that's one of the highest scores, I think. Well, it depends about how his ratio goes. And another miss from Jelly.
Yeah, that's going to seal the deal for Belgium. Belgium's going to be eliminated from the tournament. We are in the losers bracket, so losing a match in the losers bracket is the end of the journey. And Peru is actually going to be continuing on MWC.
Yeah, all the way into the quarterfinals. Well, still, it's been a good run, Belgium. Sad to see you go. But we'll sure you'll be back next MWC. We'll see you there.
Yeah, actually, Belgium is actually looking pretty pretty promising, actually. We see some up-and-coming players like Spamblock. Chefs and Yeti showed some really good promise right now, and Spawn is just really solid right now. We can only hope that Kizuna comes back for Belgium at some point, but, well, maybe that's going to happen at some point. I don't know.
But yeah, congratulations to Peru. Very strong performance all around. They have very consistent scores, which is something you want to see. You want to see the consistency in a tournament.
In any case, right now, the United States and France are playing Shane right now. Shane 1.2. I don't know if we want to switch right now to that match. I don't know if we have the technical possibility to do it, but it would be very, very entertaining.
I mean, cheaper tournaments have done that before. Wouldn't know why this. And okay, we'll switch over in 1 minute, so we'll get to witness the American versus France struggle, reminiscent of the Britain versus France struggle.
What? What is happening? France lost Shane by 95 points?
95. What?
No way, that's heartbreaking.
95. Oh my god, that would have been so good to have on stream. Would you imagine the like freaking hype and heartbreak of just 95 difference?
There's just no way. Oh my god. Toaf actually choked Shane, broke combo like towards 600 or something. France had the real chance to take it back from the United States, but right now it's looking like a downwards hill right now because picks are getting harder and harder.
Yeah, they're pretty much out of safe picks. I think they have a chance at Etude, unless that was already picked. But yeah, like US is overall so strong on Rise that just France, I don't think, has much of a chance against that unless they do the bit of a oopsie they did a bit before, where they just got a random miss in there somewhere and just steal a point off of that.
Yeah, honestly, the United States has been choking left and right now, and that is France's cue to be catching up right now. If France can actually get some consistent performances, I think they can get a point even on the rise. That would be pretty good to see.
If we see it go all the way to tiebreaker, I will be there. I'm all there for it, you know. That's something I want to see, at least. Usually US just don't go challenged this early on. It's like they're a finals team. That's really when it starts to become intense for them.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, I think the qualifiers this year really did some good work on setting some really interesting round of 32 and round of 16 matches.
I remember the previous year where we had like hundreds of tiebreakers, it feels like, on round of, what is it, 16? Which is the round we're in right now. It seems to always be just a tiebreaker fest, which is, you know, always pretty entertaining.
For sure.
I still don't know if we'll be switching. Just, I saw that we would in 1 minute, but it's been like 4 minutes now. Would switch by now. I guess we'll wait or something.
Yeah, I think they're still figuring out their picks.
Okay, stuff is broken. That's it. I guess we can just show here a bit. Maybe you guys can ask questions. I'll be happy to oblige. can ask us what's our favorite food is, for example. We can talk about food suddenly. It's because we're waiting because of technical difficulties.
Sorry, we're not bringing this. We are not bringing the food podcast to MWC. That would be kind of unprofessional.
Are you the guy from YouTube? I am not. Okay, we're in here. On the United States versus France. They're up 4 against 3.
Oh man, we're seeing Long Wait 9 right now as I believe that's an American pick. Do not
Yeah,
do not
last
pay attention to the colors.
Yeah, last pick was a United States pick. We're doing a bit of a switcheroo.
Anyways, I'm praying for France's consistency. Right now on the field, see Patou, Zora, and Azuba, also known as Bumpino. 3 very consistent players, actually. But on the other side, it's kind of the same, but each of them have been kind of missing or underperforming in this match.
I haven't seen them like on the scores on this match in particular. Let me check. Oh yeah, they played One of None, I think. This exact trio.
Yeah, I think One of None was definitely not France's map, but Long Wait might be different. Long Wait will surely be different. It's a very, very differently structured map. So
yeah, it's characterized by more bursts than anchors. It's pretty much all a map about controlling bursts like those.
yeah, right now Esper is a little bit behind right now, but it's still recoverable at this point in time.
Patou's doing actually a pretty good job at keeping up his accuracy, doing better than Stupid Man. But just Toph doing his best to keep his team afloat. Look at that. Toph has always been like one of my favorite players, I think, because they have that Ellen act and that Rice act that is always very good to see in a tournament setting. We have, yeah, that was a couple of bursts. Most players went by that pretty much unscathed. The previous One of None was characterized by a couple of misses on the side of France, which meant that the score difference was quite big. So as long as they FC it, they have just a slightest shot to make a comeback. Yeah.
We're going into the last quarter of the song, and chances are getting thinner and thinner as well as actually dropping more and more accuracy. Kind of not quite managing to get this back up.
And Patou's had to find himself an unfortunate miss, which is pretty bad at the ending stages of the map because it means you don't have enough combo to gain the score, like the scoring combo thing. I keep forgetting what it's called, but you know what I mean. And look at this team score from side of the United States. 994 on this map. Yeah, that's very scary actually.
Oh yeah, Grip Warrior is definitely dishing it out. V1SS on such a techy map is really difficult to manage. Ola with a pretty convincing performance of his own as well, only getting 200s, and Toph only 1.
Azubair was lagging behind in terms of just 200s. So a bit like the case with some previous teams we've been talking about, they have a bit of a third player problem, and this is potentially the last pick France has, unless they of course win both this and the United States pick, which is pretty, well, I'm not sure if that would ever happen. Wait, no, this is actually the last pick, because if France wins this one, then the United States wins the... No, I mean, and then they win the United States pick, that means we're going to a tiebreaker, so yeah. They have to make this count. It's now or never.
Yeah, I feel like France's last pick is going to be between Etude and Discordia.
Probably
I think for Etude just for the French element, but I feel like Discordia might be an option, but I feel like it might be a little bit better for France in particular.
Tattoo's calling a tactical timeout, so we'll be chilling here for about 2 minutes more.
Yeah, France likes to use every device, every tournament device they can, and I know that France actually takes this tournament environment very seriously.
Yeah.
Training sessions, we see some heavy debates as well in terms of strategy.
Yeah, Patouche would definitely know this, I think.
Yeah, I'm kind of biased. I know.
Yeah, he can't get away from it, you know.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't planned in the first place, but we're doing this right now. And I am fully rooting for France as expected. I think they're, like, right now they're doing really well. Like, getting 3 points against the United States is a tremendous performance by them. I think their scores, they can be really happy with their scores up until now.
That's just a feat, just getting 3 points against the United States in round of 16. How was it in previous rounds? Did anyone score a point in United States against the United States in early rounds? I don't really think so.
I don't really think so, and I think last year was about the same. Like the top seeded teams went pretty much scot-free. I think.
The tactical timeout is about to end, so you'll see some more action coming right up. And they're going with Open Your Eyes. Interesting pick. I would have definitely went with Teed. That's really confusing why they picked that, and not something like they have a bit of an advantage on, just based on their own performance right now.
Honestly, I feel like that's a complete gamble by France right now. I think they're betting on an American choke. And if they can hold the combo on this one, I think it might be a strategy. I feel like they just discussed this like for 2 solid minutes. Wait, what is Codex doing here?
Wait, Codex? Okay.
What is... Okay. I was scared for a second here because I thought of Codex was gonna be playing the stream pick, which is completely alien to me.
Has he ever played anything except log mode?
Yeah, no, Codex is notorious for only playing LNs. Codex has not gotten the rice skill up at all since like 2 or 3 years. It's kind of funny how it works.
I mean, then again, the higher you go in terms of LN, the more rice will start to overlap. But still, I can kind of feel that I was really LN proficient at one point, that I just played LN, and meanwhile my rise was down to like Dan 7 level, while my LN was Dan 10. Kinda wild. But yeah, this is definitely a gamble from France's side, which is weird because, as I just discussed, this is their only pick. This is their only pick they have, and even if United States loses this one, they still have one more shot. They have a pick of their own, right?
Yeah, they have a pick of their own, and I think there's one more rice remaining. I'm not sure. Okay,
And,
Alright's gonna be falling behind at first.
and a miss. Oh, you don't like to see that. No, you
Yeah.
don't like it.
No, that's a pretty bad gamble result right now.
Yeah. It just went in 100 or nothing and then just rolled a 1. That's hard as me.
Yeah, that's pretty unfortunate, but we can always bet on some American misses, maybe?
We still have one more stream section to go, and that's going to pretty much decide the entire thing. We have a bit of trigger patterning then. It might be enough to trick up some, like we just saw with Aura. Because, you know, 154, 118, it's really fast.
Anyways, here we go again on the streams, and here we go again is not a map in the book. Although it's pretty similar, kind of.
It's pretty much done for, I'd say. Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't look like the United States is going to be choking this pick in particular, but Patu is with a really convincing performance, but it's still going to be worse than the entire team of the United States, unfortunately.
Yeah, that almost touched Toad's score. Like, just by 6 300s at us. That's pretty close. But then you have Grip Warrior doing a 136 300, which is like, what? And then you have Lil Richie, also good at this kind of picks, and it does a 132 300s. That's really scary. And, well, there we go. United States takes another win and they'll be advancing up the winner's bracket. Now I don't know immediately who they'll be facing. But, you know, France is not out of the picture yet. They're just going to go to the loser's bracket, where they'll be fighting someone, and we'll see who that is. We have a couple more matches to go in a few minutes, but otherwise very well played to the United States, and we'll definitely see them perform really well.
Oh no, France is actually fighting the Netherlands. Oh my god, that is gonna be a match and a half.
Oh yeah. Hold on, how well did Netherlands do? Haven't been keeping track of them a lot.
Yeah, so they won 6-2 against Venezuela.
Oh.
And yeah, it seems that the Netherlands is mostly carried by Too Fast for You. Too Fast for You has been performing really well this tournament. It's been really refreshing to see Too Fast for You kind of progressing in this tournament, and especially like as for the newer faces in the Netherlands team. I think Toxic Scent has also been kind of a staple.
Yeah, that will be an interesting match for sure. We'll have more EU showdown, and it's pretty nice to see EU make it so far. It's Mania is usually dominated by the Americas and the Asian countries. It's like very little EU representation.
Yeah, to be honest, like this year is looking to be pretty different in terms of top 3 or even top 5. So I think it's going to be pretty exciting. But right now we're going to be seeing some other matches in 4 minutes. 2 last matches. Switzerland versus Spain is not going to be streamed, but we are going to be streaming Germany versus Argentina.
Yeah, Deutschland versus Argentina. We'll see that happen in a bit. So don't go anywhere, stay tuned, and purchase the banners.
Yes, purchase the banners. we are back after a short break for the last matches of MWC round of 16. I hope you guys are ready because those countries surely are ready. I think they should be ready. Anyways, we are the same commentators as the past hour. I am Pachiraj, and with me is Davey.
Yeah, this is me, Davey. How are you doing, Paturage?
Yes, I'm doing still well, still running on high adrenaline after what we've seen between the United States and France, and also Peruvian scores and Belgians fight for survival.
Yeah, definitely very high octane action we've seen. So we're ready to just be excited as possible. Be as excited as possible for all of these matches. I mean, we only have one more match. Yeah, we should have mentioned that this is the last match of round of 16, and after that we'll be having a map pool showcase. So don't miss that. Do not miss that at all. It'll be fun. I promise.
Yeah, the Maple Showcase is actually going to be happening shortly, I think shortly after those couple of matches. Going to give us some time to process everything and then kick back into action for whatever is going to be coming up next week.
Yeah, be seeing some exciting matches there for sure. Right now, we gotta talk a bit about the match at hand. It's, of course, as you can see, Deutschland, also known as Germany, versus Argentina. They went ahead. I don't know who banned this. Hold on, let me see. Okay,
Yeah.
so it's Germany. So they banned Open Your Eyes, which is the speed stream pick. And Argentina, who will they be banning? I have no idea.
Yeah, I think Germany banning speed makes absolute sense since Germany is not a team that scales well in terms of speed. I'm guessing that only Jixu scales well in terms of speed. And
Yeah.
Argentina's going to be actually banning Hyoryu. Hyoryu has been such a popular ban.
Yeah, it's such a poor map. It's been getting just picked on all the time. I think I've seen it only played once. Really unfortunate. But anyways, I guess we'll have to see what happened in this game. I think Germany was one of the lower seeds of the match, at least. Let me just pull up the qualifiers real quick. Yeah, Germany is the 30th seed, so they're really down there. Meanwhile, Argentina is number 19. It could still be close. I guess we'll see.
Yeah, I think we might get some surprises depending on the players who are going to be on the field. And also depends on whether or not Argentina is going to be able to get 3 players on the board for every single pick.
Yeah, the thing about Germany is that they don't scale all that well with physicality. They're really good early game and a bit mid game, but as soon as you start to introduce more physical patterns, some players start to fall apart. Don't know if we're quite at that tipping point, that threshold, but we'll see in just a few. It's a bit of technical difficulties, it seems. They want to have C90 or something in here,
So
and they're not online.
Switzerland versus Spain is actually going on at the same time as we're speaking. It's actually being, I think it's actually being restreamed in some French channel.
With French commentary?
I think it's going to be French commentary.
Yeah, so if you're French, you can, I don't know, I guess you can go and watch that.
In any case, we are waiting for the first pick from, I believe, Argentina.
Yeah, it is Argentina's turn. I think they might go for LN stuff. Not entirely sure. I'm just gonna look at the qualifiers real quick. They did have pretty good team scores on the LN stuff, but slightly better on like Rise, early Rise Tech Ac, for example. Seems to have a very good stage 2971. And if you contrast that with Germany, they had a 2948. Okay, they're going to pick Etude, which is a hybrid pick. We'll be seeing some density elements interlaced with streams and such things.
I feel like Etude has been kind of not such a popular pick. I feel like it's kind of right in the middle in terms of skill sets. It kind of encompasses a little bit of everything.
Yeah, I think that Discordia have been even less popular from what I've seen. Like, I've never seen it picked, I don't think. I mean, like, I haven't seen a match with it played. I haven't seen every match, obviously. I'm not a puffbuck. But I am Swedish, so maybe I am actually. Well, up to you to decide.
Anyways, we are going to be seeing who plays this pick exactly. We see Maxim Miao on the playfield as well as Medium Cat. The third German player is still awaiting, but I think it's going to be Jutsu. Nedea Boss Plays and Leon Cat are on the other side.
I think Boss Play is known as an LL player, and Maxim is a pretty good accuracy player. Just he goes for raw accuracy plays. But as I mentioned, they have a bit of a problem. Just Germany overall, where the higher physicality you go, the more they start to fall off. And I think Maxim is one of those players that struggles a bit on higher densities, which is why I think Etude makes sense for them to play, because it's pretty low BPM overall. It's decently light. It's just that the LN part's pretty tricky overall. I think that's probably the most difficult part of the map, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how both of those teams are actually going to be dealing with this. I believe that Argentina is actually pretty well-rounded as a team. So a first hybrid pick makes total sense.
Yeah, it's pretty much what they're going for. And of course, since they're well-rounded, their team scores seems to be kind of equal, like everyone getting around the same scores. If your team does that, they're really good at it. Like the whole tournament thing, they can go very far. I think we're getting ready soon. It should be on any moment where we see some action finally. It's been about 10 minutes.
Yeah, I hope that the staff is doing well. We are making our referees work a little bit over the clock. Really, it's all volunteer work as well. So it's really refreshing to see so many people motivated to actually make this tournament run.
But always thanks to your staff, people. Without their volunteer effort, nothing of this could have happened.
Yeah, speaking of which, well, I won't mention it now, but C90 actually managed to get in. So we are actually going to be seeing C90 on the field right now. And yeah, let's go.
Let's go. Real quick. strong start for players such as Jixu and Maxime. But of course, this is just the beginning. Bit of a 1-6 stream there. Pretty well. Germany actually having a bit of an advantage here.
Oh yeah, it's looking actually pretty tight between the two teams.
Indeed.
Oh
And
no,
Leon! No! Okay, so I guess Germany just has to hold it in just for a bit longer.
Yeah, right now Medium Kick is losing quite a bit of accuracy right now, but losing some accuracy is nothing compared to a combo break from Leon Cat. Leon Cat is also dropping some accuracy right now, so it's pretty detrimental for Argentina's first pick.
Yeah, you don't want to lose your first pick. That has to be like your safe pick, the go-to pick, pretty much. You don't want to sit around there just waiting for like your best card, so to speak.
Oh no, Maxim is gonna be missing in return. Maxim was pretty much their carry.
Yeah, this could equalize it actually. Yeah, there's flicking scores right now. And yeah, just those tiny mistakes really matter a lot.
Yeah, absolutely. Maxim actually dropped a fair amount of accuracy while missing, so that's going to be very detrimental.
Yeah, the classic unclean miss. If you're gonna miss, you have to at least make it clean. No more 200s or whatever. But yeah, it's almost over now. It's just the last pattern here. And it is Argentina's after all. I thought that would have been Germany's because, you know, had faith they could be consistent. But alas, it is Argentina taking it home. Pretty impressive scores from both C90 and boss plays. Leon Cat lagging a bit behind both in accuracy and of course at miss. Rest of Germany, they're doing okay. Especially Jixu, he's doing pretty well for himself.
Yeah, actually, if you look at the ratios, it actually looks pretty challengeable.
Yeah, it looks similar.
Yeah, they kind of have a similar balance in terms of players. Like they have a carry, they have a middle player, and they have pretty much a third player.
Yeah, now we'll see what I think Argentina's pick is going to be. Hold on, is this Germany's? I forgot.
Yeah, it's Germany's pick, and we're gonna be seeing a rare Shakshane pick on stream right now. Argentina and Germany going for the less popular picks for our entertainment.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen this more than Discordia, I think. But it's a fun map overall. It has a lot of just tricky transitions between Alliance and Burst Rise to keep track of. And yeah, it does make sense that everyone here is seemingly picking hybrids because, as we've stated before, they're very well-rounded in terms of skill set. They don't have like a very big Allen proficiency and then Rise deficiency. Really, kind of equal between the two.
It'll be pretty interesting to see the battle between the two because the first hybrid looks pretty close aside from the misses.
Yeah. Just have to wait a bit more. They seem to be arguing a bit. But we should be going into it any more now. Yeah, starting in a few. It's a pretty slow match overall, I feel like. But I shouldn't complain.
Yeah, we're just chilling for the last couple matches. We've had lots of excitement very early on. Like we've seen
Yeah,
many tiebreakers happen, so we need some matches to wind it down.
yeah, indeed. We saw so. Oh, actually, Faden likes to succeed. Oh yeah, he was the Faden player. I'm getting reminded of ago that Colombian Faden player. I think I commentated both of Colombia's matches, so I got to see Ego's playstyle a lot. Seems like Lost Exceed does a bit better on it.
Yeah, it's quite uncommon to see Faden players in a tournament such as MWC, so it's actually pretty refreshing to watch.
Yeah, I'm just mesmerized by that incredibly slow scroll speed. It's like I'm watching an ant. No, I mean like a snail. That's it.
Yeah, but Faden aside, the scores
No.
were actually so close until Leoncat actually missed again.
Yeah, that's Leoncat struggling a bit. It's going to be pretty detrimental for Argentina's chances. Now we're at halfway point. We still have a lot more tricky patterns to go off of. So again, anything can happen.
Yeah, like I feel like the same scenario as the first hybrid is happening. Leoncat is missing first. Then who's gonna miss afterwards?
Yeah, on the side of Germany. And who makes it the least cleanest miss? That's pretty much what this match has felt like now. I mean, we only had like one map, but if it happens again, I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, like look at Maxim's accuracy right now. Wow.
And Leon actually missing again, so he's going to be the one missing after himself.
No way, Maxim actually missed again. It's the same scenario happening, but Leoncat has one extra miss. So Germany is still going to be getting the advantage right now. We're going into the last quarter.
Maxim has such a good act anyways that that miss doesn't really matter. But yeah, I figured that these kind of picks would suit him a bit more. Because it's a bit slower and it tests your technical just coordination a lot more, which I think Maxim has a lot more of. We might see something like 1-of-1 being picked off the side of Germany. I guess we'll see.
This is looking pretty exciting. It's 1-1 right now, and on both of the hybrids, that was pretty close. Are we going to be seeing the third hybrid with a closed match again?
Yeah, like now I'm just wondering what their picks are, because it looks I'm not so familiar with these players that I know exactly what they're going for, and they're also seemingly so well rounded as a unit that they honestly could go for anything, and I wouldn't bat my eye. Wouldn't bat my eye, or however that saying was. Wouldn't bat an eye, not my eye. And we're going with the first Olympic, Sakura Mirage. I definitely had a feeling that Argentina would lean more in towards long modes, and this is definitely one of the more approachable long mode maps of the pool, with Paintings being really tough to coordinate and Castle being really tough to time. And we're having a bit of a switch here in players. Ned is coming in for... Oh my god, why do I keep forgetting players? Who was the third player for Argentina again?
Who?
Argentina, who was the third player, like that Ned... is stepping in for.
Oh my god, you're challenging me.
I'm challenging you, Angby. Oh, Leon Cat.
Leon Cat.
Yeah, I'm really bad at names. I just forget them instantly, I'm sorry.
Yeah, my memory is also faltering as I'm getting older and older.
Yeah, we're old guys here commentating. Got a 22-year-old and a 27-year-old.
Yeah, it kind of feels like we're old men commentating a match with a beer in hand.
Exactly. I'm excited to see what Nedia can do. I haven't seen him play before.
Okay, so Spain versus Switzerland is actually going pretty smoothly, actually. Spain winning 3-0 right now.
Yeah, seems to be pretty good. Switzerland, unfortunately, not having the best of times right now. But we have a match right now to just watch over and analyze every last detail. Apparently, client doesn't want it. It's not having it. Okay, there we go. Okay.
Alright, let's do it after the initial yo.
This map just throws you in the gutter, like it just starts right out of the bat. Like you have no time to react or something like that. It just starts immediately with like the very consistent difficulty to throw out. It's actually flickering a bit. Flickering between Germany and Argentina. This is actually a much closer match than I had anticipated. And it looks like Germany actually having the advantage out of Argentina's pick. For now, of course, anything can happen. I've seen so many teams release way too early on the very last long note hold. I wonder if you have noticed that, Patubaj. Because I have.
Oh god, I noticed Fostlate's miss right now.
Yeah, I noticed that too. I was like, well, that sucks.
Yeah, that's something you want to notice, especially if you're going into the last quarter. That's going to be giving the advantage to Germany on Argentina's pick. The first break point.
Yeah, first break point for Germany, that is. I believe Argentina got the break point of Germany's first pick.
Okay, medium kick actually not getting a full combo, actually missing the last quad.
I called it! I called it!
Yeah, nice curse. Nice commentary curse.
I mean, I've seen it so much, it's almost a regular occurrence to me by this point.
Oh my god. Maximia actually getting their first clean run of the match, actually. Getting a full combo of 991k on Sakura Mirage. Very, very nicely played.
But yeah, really close match so far. It was at the beginning flickering back and forth. Now we might see that a bit more out of. Like, and now it is, I believe, Germany's pick. And since they had just a breakpoint now, they really have to capitalize on it immediately. They have to pick smart. They have to really read where Argentina's strengths are. I'd say that probably be better to go with one of the lighter price picks that are more techier, like Brain Fog and one of the None would be. Yes.
Yeah, what's interesting about this match is that we've not seen one single right stick so far. yeah, most of the teams would run towards the Rise picks, but right now we're seeing an entirely anti-meta
Big
match.
strategy. Yeah. They will have to move on to Rise pick eventually, but they wanna just get rid of the LN right out of the gate. And we're going with Kevcel, which, as I was saying earlier, is a bit tricky to hack. This is definitely going to test Argentina's just technical accuracy, which I do think it's a good call by them, because not only did they just win the previous LN pick, they also won it pretty convincingly with their hack, and I also know that their overall technical ability is probably a bit better than Argentina's.
Yeah, I feel like the current team that we have on Germany's side, the combination of Maximio's hard-hitting early carry and Cheksu's overall proficiency and Mediumtech's support, it's actually working pretty well on the end. Argentina is still pretty cohesive, but they're gonna be kind of recovering a little bit here because they're one breakpoint behind.
Yeah.
In any case, in other news, Switzerland versus Spain is going well as well. Spain just won Shakashane. It's 4-0.
And Aitor with a pretty sick, almost 995k play.
Yeah, that's pretty nice. That's a pretty nice play.
And yeah, I guess we'll be starting any second now. They might be switching players or something. No? They're just reading out. Yeah, start soon. And we're right in the beginning of the map. Castle being, well, one of my maps. So I know a fair bit about just what led to this being in the map pool and everything.
Yeah, actually both of the commentators are actually in on the information about the map pool. I'm actually helping on the SVs myself, and David has been overseeing kind of pretty much everything except the SVs.
Yeah, doing a bit of everything. Of course, Shoegazer does most of the rice work. But yeah, I should commentate a bit of the current match right now. Having seems like everyone has about the same score to me. No one's really standing out.
Yeah, it's kind of a slow beginning as we're entering the 1,000 combo mark.
Yeah, and this mark is where the very tech-heavy section starts with some very tricky grace patterns.
Yeah, right now it's Medium Tech who's falling prey to some accuracy drops, but Argentina is kind of tripping some accuracy right now. Medea and C90 are actually below 99.6 right now. Boss Base also went below 99.7 right now.
Yeah. Overall, Argentina is doing a lot better since they're pretty equal. And Medium Kick also having to miss. No! This is why you want to pick very carefully. Oh, no, no.
Yeah, I feel like that first miss triggered Medium Kick to miss a second time.
Yeah.
I'm guessing that wasn't the right pick for Germany right now. Gambling on the LN, gambling on such an LN, such a chokeable LN is, well, we see the results.
Yeah. They're pretty much banking on Argentina messing up. You don't want to do that if you think you might have an advantage on something. But maybe they really didn't think they have an advantage. But I think they do, honestly. But they still are yet to touch the Rise. And I would really like to see them play some Rise. I think they'd do decently on it.
Yeah, Mom, I'm sick of noodles. Can we get some rice?
Yeah, we've been eating noodles for the past 3 months. We want some rice now.
We're gonna go into the basement and get those rice packages.
We'll see if we have more noodles or rice in there. Maybe the rice packaging was a trick and it's full of noodles.
Alright, Spain versus Switzerland goes into 5-0 for Spain. Spain won 8 points on 1 of none.
Yeah, looking pretty hopeless for Switzerland. Not doing their best. And yeah, we are getting rice.
Yes, we are getting rice. We are getting rice. We are getting rice.
Hell yeah. Yummy rice.
Rice rhymes with nice.
Nice rice. That's the price for rice. Sorry.
I don't know what to say.
Yeah. Rice was pretty sweet though. I've been like playing so much rice as of late. It's just really fun to hack, I think.
Yeah, absolutely. Especially since it's still kind of early game. Round of 16 is not that difficult compared to what we're gonna see in the following weeks.
Yeah, it's about to amp up a lot. Be prepared, because we know everything.
But yeah, we see an occasion to showcase kind of the rest of the German lineup. Nico Plays is going to be performing for the first time on the scene, and Last 16 is going to be making a comeback. The fading comeback.
Yep. We get to see a bit more Fade In. I wonder how he plays Rise, like entire Rise stuff. Oh, the full, the Fade In thing. Because Rise with Ellen patterning feels like it would be kind of a headache with Fade In, because you don't really see where the Ellen releases are like immediately. You kind of have to wait and it kind of gets squished. I don't know.
Yeah, it kind of depends on the skin. I think. I never played Fade-In, but I feel like it depends on the skin.
Yeah, probably. If you have like a really, really big orb skin with just Fade-In and the low scroll speed, it's going to read really weirdly. I'd say it's like just a clump of orbs slowly going down the screen. Okay, but in any case, we digress. I mean. And we are going into Long Wake.
Number 9.
So this chart is pretty characterized by various bursts. Place, what are you doing?
Boss Place is actually going to be missing early on. You miss early on doesn't hurt as much as a miss in the middle. And Last Exceed actually starting from a questionable accuracy, I think.
Actually, that miss might not matter too much, because Boss Play's accuracy overall is really strong. Unless it looks like.
Yeah, we're gonna see how that unfolds, but for now, Germany seems to have the advantage. Oh no, last 60 is going to be missing as well. And on the German side, balancing it out. Well, not quite balancing it out because we're past the 400 combo line.
Yeah, I'm not sure about having the Lost Exceed in. I'd say that Maxim would perform better on this, but I might be wrong.
Yeah, maybe Maxim was less confident on it than Last Exceed.
Yeah, maybe they're just banking on off of FCs happening. And that Argentina finds misses or whatever. That we're almost done with the map now. Oh, a couple more tricky bursts and Leon Cat actually missing on those. That might swing it. I'm not sure.
I'm not sure either. Like, the accuracies are pretty different right now.
Oh, Lost Exceed miss. That probably is why I didn't pay attention. And yeah, they missed that too. Looks like it faded not doing so well. Yeah, unfortunate.
Yeah, right now Jixu is becoming Germany's carry right now. 990k, pretty solid run.
Yeah, very solid actually. Definitely the better one of the entire lobby.
Yeah, it's kind of unfortunate that those combo breaks have to happen, but yeah, it is what it is. We have seen Rise at least once. And right now it is Germany's pick. Are we going to be coming back to hybrid, or are we going to be attempting paintings, or even going for Gimme the Blood? We haven't seen Gimme the Blood.
Yeah, I think that might be one of the potential wildcards, either for Germany or Argentina, depending on who practices it the most and who is more confident on SV AC. Because for me, I clearly differentiate between regular AC and SV AC. It doesn't matter how well I learn just the SV patterning. If it's SV, my AC will still be bad. I'm sorry.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, if you have a good ratio, you might be able to optimize like a 990k or 995k score. But on maps where getting a 980k is actually a good score, then it doesn't really matter actually.
Also, hold on, what's this Argentina's pick?
No, it's a German pick right now, and Germany is going to be gambling on Give Me the Blood.
I hope that Argentina picks paintings, because it would be, picking a mapper of your own country, so they'd have the country advantage.
Mapper bias, but it's an entire country bias.
Yeah. That's how it works. Definitely.
I'm really surprised to not see Maxim on the German side. I thought that Maxim was good on SV, but perhaps
maybe it's just not feeling alright. It could always be nerves, stuff like that. He's trying to calm himself down. No one really knows.
Oh, not sure, yeah. It's going to be interesting to see both the SV lineups because we are seeing some entirely new players on the field. Tense is going to be making their entrance, and Survey is also going to be making their entrance with Germany's especially SV player. And Last 16. Is Last 16 going to be playing SV and Fade?
How does that work? I'm very curious right now. Honestly. He's going to... Someone needs to go do the number 2s apparently. I'm not sure who. But yeah, this match has been really slow so far. We've been sitting for a long time and just waiting for every map to happen. So, sorry about that. I can't do much about it, unfortunately. Blame the players.
It seems that Spain versus Switzerland seems to be getting a very, very weird glitch right now. Theoretically, it should be
What?
done, but I don't understand
What the hell? That is the strangest score I've ever seen in my life. It says that it has 2,880 marvelous, 235 300, so it's more than a 1 to 10 ratio, 200s, and no bad judgments, and it's 923k.
like the match has been streamed elsewhere, and we see that the final streamed score is actually 995k. And it seems that our referee is actually recording a 995k as well. But somehow the MP link shows 923k. That's so weird. Anyways, back to this match. Germany is actually on a great good run. Fantastic speed. It's actually the better player between. What?
What? I didn't know he was a SV god. I didn't know you become an SV god with Fade, and what?
This makes zero sense.
I guess he just has the rhythm so down. I wonder why they didn't pick this earlier if Lost Exceed is this strong. But he looks very confident on it, gotta say. And yeah, looks like Germany just has the upper hand right now. But of course, the difference is not big enough that a missed serving. Oh, those kind of teleports does decide a bit, because unfortunately they got a bit of bad judgments there on just those teleports.
Yeah, medium kick is dropping quite a bit of accuracy, and it's gonna be making the score counter flicker right now.
Yeah, we're witnessing a flicker right now. This could be anyone's match. We just have to see what happens on the last couple of SV patterns. I think there's, yeah, like those kind of patterns. Oh, let's see. It's nerve-wracking.
Oh yeah, it's definitely nerve-wracking.
Medium kick, unfortunately, hitting really late.
Oh
it's
my
flickering
god!
for a second there.
Back and forth, actually.
Is it? What? Germany!
Excuse me, what happened?
Germany.
How did Germany win? How did Germany win by 59 points?
59! Let's go.
Argentina was leading the entire time up until the end, and on the last quad, Germany brought 59 points ahead of Argentina. I don't understand anything anymore.
I don't understand how did that happen. A last quad just switched the points around. You don't see that every day, friends.
I am so confused.
Yeah, I was intense. I didn't know who was going to win that, even though Argentina had the advantage for like a good majority of the match. It was still so close score-wise that it doesn't really surprise me that something like that happened, but still, that comes out as a shock just because of how little you see that happen.
Yeah, absolutely, and we just saw that happen with very, very different scores all around the board. We saw some 99.6, we saw some 99.3, we saw some 99.0 in terms of accuracy. It's all over the place. This match is all over the place. We saw a lot of anti-meta up until now. Rice has virtually never been touched.
This is like just a chaotic match, I gotta say. But yeah, right now they're running out of hybrids and long nodes and SVs. Pretty much the entire just anti-meta stuff is out of the window. So yeah, looks like they're going with Argentina picking a Juan Cristal map, which, as you know, is a proud Argentinian. So yeah, that's pretty interesting.
Yes, blame Juan for this map. I'm sure you're gonna be blaming Ron for this map.
sure.
Yeah.
But...
Paintings? Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Paintings? Oh, yeah.
Paintings? Oh, yeah.
Paintings? Oh, yeah. Anyways. I wonder who's gonna be the third player on Argentina's side.
Yeah, I wonder that too. We see media coming in. I think it was previous pick actually, so he's not coming in.
I think it's gonna be C90.
C90, yeah, it's C90 for sure. Just they have to, for some reason, when they're shuffling players, it's taking a while. I'm not sure why. Is it technical difficulties? Someone enlighten me.
I don't really know. Maybe playing on a different tournament server is actually might be responsible. Kind of switching back and forth between the regular server and the tournament server might be a culprit. I don't quite know.
Okay, so apparently they're just waiting. Oh, Maxim has to wash his hands too. I have to wait even more.
Tactical timeout. Tactical timeout.
Yeah, tactical timeout. If they want to wait so much, I wonder why they didn't like use the tactical timeout by now. Oh yeah, apparently Leon caught just coming in, which was one of those bad players that got themselves a couple of unlucky misses. So I'm not sure about having them on a 3-minute long map, because it does demand consistency. 3 minutes in a tournament setting, that's a really long time. A lot of opportunity to mess up. But yeah, Argentinian mappers advantage. I think
Are we seeing the pick? Are we seeing the pick?
It looks like everyone is missing right now, so we aren't. No, it's gonna. Wait, was that the client thing? I feel like it was. Was it? Did Nidia actually miss? No? No, it's all the way up to 99.76 now, so it's probably just client. It always plays tricks on you at the beginning of the batch, like, when's laser?
Yeah, giving us some hard attacks here.
But yeah, I should mention, it's been flickering for the entire duration almost. Right now it's at the Argentinian advantage, because, mapper's advantage. Still, yeah, Maxim, unfortunately, missing there. But, to be fair, it's a very long map, and still a lot more to go. It's just at the first quarter now.
Yeah, anything can happen. Anything can happen. We saw Leon Cat miss quite a bit during the match. It could happen again, but we shall not curse. Oh no.
We shall not curse. That's the ultimate jinx. Oh my god. Are you kidding me? Jixu also missing as I said.
I am so sorry.
Oh god, I'm going to write a formal apology to both of these teams soon.
I'm gonna be asking Albion to write my apology. Because he's such a good writer. Anyways, just missing again. Whoa.
Yeah, it's actually going to pull Argentina into the advantage still. Since it looks like a lot of players aren't very comfortable on this pick in particular. Boss Place is playing out of this mind though, 99.8. That is really impressive.
Maxim still has tremendous accuracy, 99.77, despite a miss.
Yeah, that's incredible. And it's still, interestingly, in Argentina's advantage, even though Leon is very much behind with a 99.14. It might be because Boss Place is holding a higher accuracy and no miss so far. But anything can happen. And of course, Maxim getting even more misses, unfortunately.
Yeah, we kind of see where Germany kind of scales out of the tournament, actually.
Yeah.
But still, Maxim still has a pretty tremendous accuracy.
Yeah, the misses weren't like super detrimental. They weren't like very unclean, where he got himself a bunch of 200s. They just straight up missed and then carried on like it was nothing.
Anyways, that's it for this pick. Medium Cat's going to be getting a full combo. Boss Blade's going to be getting a very impressive 992k. They're actually,
992k.
yeah, and they're actually doing pretty well as well. 985 full combo is actually pretty respectable. And Leon Cat with only one combo drop, actually. Gonna be doing better than Action.
Yeah. We're going to see Discordia now.
Yeah, like imagine all the hybrids, DSVs, and DLNs gone before the rise. That's a very uncommon matchup.
Yeah. I don't know, maybe it's that they feel the rise is a bit too physical for them. Because it's always a point where the rise just feels a bit shaky, like kind of a wild card, because they're slightly out of your comfort zone. And when that happens, well, you won't exactly want to pick that first out of the gate. And so far we've only seen one rise pick indeed. This has been a very uncommon match. Also a very slow one. We're almost at the 1 hour mark. And we are yet to come close to a conclusion. Argentina needs 2 more match points to win. And of course, Germany can still take home a couple. They have shown that they are capable of holding their place. Which means this might go all the way to a tiebreaker. We'll see.
Yeah, it kind of depends on which team has the upper advantage on the rise itself. Like we know that Germany is already having trouble with the rise, and Argentina is actually missing a rise player. We're hearing from behind the scenes, so they might be feeling less confident than usual.
And yeah, one of the second rise pick is Brain Fog, which I haven't seen in a while. Played. This is one of the very mini jack heavy pick.
Yeah, I feel like Brain Frog is actually one of the most difficult rise maps. It's not the most difficult.
Yeah, which is funny because we don't see it banned all that often, just ignored. I guess that's what people tend to do with the most difficult map. To just go for the ones that I haven't practiced enough on and ban it, or that they think their opponent will be strong on. I hope you practice the tiebreaker. Ah, I see I see banter.
Oh my god. We love to see some friendly banter between the teams. It's always nice to see. Some competitive spirit.
Yeah, we always love to see that. Unfortunately, they start to speak. I don't know what language it is. I'm not the best at geography, but it's some language, and it's not English.
Yeah, I think it's Spanish. It's Argentinian Spanish.
Yeah, sounds about right. But yeah, we're getting into this matchup. Let's go. Let's see some notes being hit.
And Elastic Seed is going to be playing this one as well. Getting some fading representation once again.
So far, Nico doing pretty well, gotta say. I think he is one of the stronger Rise players, definitely. Team Germany. We got some thirsty parts. I actually really like this part of the song. Rhythm is pretty heavy. And Leon Cat is struggling very far behind. Looks like he's keeping up well with the physicality of the Rise.
Yeah, like boss plays in C90 are actually carrying Argentina, but it's down to a third player problem right now. But
yeah, and lost succeed actually.
Yeah, it's kind of the same problem for Germany actually, so it's kind of a mirror match actually.
Yeah, that's really interesting. No, now they'll see the scores, and now they'll get stressed out, and we'll see some misses.
Yeah, the pause is very strategic. You can choose to either not look at the scores and focus, or look at the scores to kind of know what to focus on, either accuracy or combo.
Yeah. At this point, I'd feel like accuracy is more important, because Argentina is very close to taking this home. Yeah, and there it is. It is decided. Argentina takes this one. And this was Germany's pick, I believe, so this is a
Aye. Boss plays! Boss plays is the tremendous run, 994k. Versus Jixu's V1WS as well, but slightly less ratio, some more regulars.
Yeah, like pretty good scores here, I gotta say. Boss plays certainly flexing here. And we still have a bit more left to go. Will Germany win this next 2 points? Or will Argentina take this next one? It's Argentina's pick, so they have to make it count.
Yeah, Argentina definitely has the occasion to get away with this, like 6-3, because they have the pick advantage right now. But if they mess up their pick and Germany picks in return, then we might see a final tiebreaker.
And the tiebreaker at the last match of the week is always really hype. I do hope that it happens, but I'm not feeling entirely confident on it. But you know, anything can happen. I won't dismiss it outright. It comes down to Argentina picking well at this moment. If they pick their map well, they can definitely take this home. If not, then Germany has a pretty strong chance to bring it all the way to a tiebreaker.
Oh.
Okay, Winnipeg, which is the first of our streamer picks, the jump stream picks. And of course, it is by none other than Entourage.
Yeah, no, I did not map this. It's Alex Best's challenge, which was.
I'm joking.
No, I'm not mapping this. I'm not a good mapper.
I'll make you a good mapper, so wait.
Anyways, I think that's a pretty reasonable pick. Going from how the Rise has been going.
Yeah, I think it's a good call from them because Lost Exceed has been struggling a lot in terms of price, and Maxim seems to be having some inconsistency issues, which means that they're just banking on Leon Cat not messing up enough for it to matter, while Boss plays and C90 carries the rest.
Yes, this is actually the last ongoing match before the showcase.
Yeah, showcase is almost there.
We are holding the quarterfinals map in hostage. Spain and Switzerland ended up in 6-0 for Spain.
Yeah, it didn't surprise me, but I guess we'll see. I guess we'll say goodbye to Switzerland, fortunately, going out of the tournament. And Spain, of course, will be advancing. And who are they playing? I think they might be playing against Poland or something. We'll just see.
I don't quite know. Right now, players are getting ready. I don't quite know what they're doing to timers right now. Really taking their time up until the last second.
Yeah, it's kind of annoying. We've been doing it like all match. I guess that's like a strategy to have just wait it out, so you can have just a couple more seconds to recollect yourself or whatever you want to do.
Yeah, I actually didn't need a tactical timeout, but apparently they're on a tactical timeout.
Yeah, it's been over an hour point since the match started. And potentially this might be the last one.
Potentially the last one. But we might be seeing a tiebreaker. It's very much possible.
Yeah, of course. But maybe the strat is that you are so utterly convinced that Argentina will win this now, so that you do get the tiebreaker, because the universe always wants to find a way to say you are wrong about everything you ever know. Juksu, really strong attack right out of the gate. And actually, Lost Exceed is... he is not using his Faden anymore. I guess he's taking off the suit.
Yeah, that's really uncharacteristic. And if Last Exceed actually forgot Faden, they could actually call for a redo here.
He's actually doing pretty good than he does on Faden, from what it looks like. Oh, I see a bunch of spam moderators too, you think.
Yeah, but it seems that Argentina is still having the advantage for now. C90 actually is destroying it at like not. But Dixie was well.
Leon Cat doing really well. He isn't struggling. I wonder why they didn't pick this sooner, because it seems like they do really well on straightforward rise.
Yeah, I don't know. It's kind of a lack of confidence, I guess.
Oh no, miss! Oh! Can that mean that Germany has a shot? No! I shouldn't have cursed it. Wait. Leon Cat also getting misses. This is a scenario where there's 2 misses against like 1, but it's gonna be enough. Lost Exceed is struggling with the act a lot, and it looks like, after all, it is going to go to Argentina. And yeah, Germany is out. I think. Wait, is this winner's bracket? I forgot.
No, I think this is losers bracket. So Germany is out of the tournament now.
Yeah.
It's been a good run. They had a pretty refreshing lineup. Jackson making their first entrance in the MWC circuit. We all know Jixu's Epsilon Clear, and also Last Succeed being a quite uncommon fade-in player in NWC. That's pretty refreshing. Maxim Miao is also a pretty refreshing entry in the NWC circuit as well. Very good early game player.
Yeah, unfortunately, he hasn't much tournament experience. I think he was in the 4-digit MWC, third entry, something. Other than that, he's been mostly playing on the scoreboard, on leaderboards,
Maxim wasn't actually in the 4D MWC actually.
Oh, really? So he's going
Yeah,
straight to the MWC. He's graduating,
yeah.
immediately.
I feel like Maxim might be a little bit too good for the MWC. I don't know if Maxim is actually too good, or if Maxim would actually be a super carry for the MWC.
Well, he didn't play all that much here, and it feels like he has a bit of nerve habits. Well, he has a nerve control issue, I should say.
Yeah, thing is that Maxim Miayas actually doesn't have a lot of tournament experience, so at least having the tournament experiences, and especially MWC tournament experience, is really valuable for the next year. And Germany is looking more and more promising as a country.
And do you have anything else to add, Batuhaj?
Well, look at the bracket right now. All of the matches are done for the round of 16. We can see some really spicy matches for the next week. Chile Peru. That's a South American matchup. Taiwan, Indonesia. That's going to be a scheduling heaven, actually. Singapore, Spain is going to be interesting because they have very different focuses.
Also, I should mention, as an organizer, if you're playing, it'd be a really good idea to organize to schedule ahead of time with the team, so that we can so we don't have to mess around with reschedules and potential matches and all of that. So if you can do that, I'd be really grateful. Otherwise, not much else to say other than buy banners, and we'll see you again next time on the showcase, which will be the final stream. And then we'll see you on the quarterfinals.
Yeah, we're actually going to be starting the showcase in a couple of minutes, actually, it seems like.
But yeah, I'm just gonna say goodbye for now. See you again soon.
See you on the flip side.
Hell yeah.
fancy. Big bang, whoa, pockets on swole. Fully painted up fancy. Big bang, whoa, pockets on swole.
All right, everybody. Hello, welcome. Thank you for staying with us as we have been getting the. I almost said round of 16. We have the quarterfinal showcase up and ready. I am Toph Daddy, one of the commentators that will be going through this map pool with you. I am joined by Juan Crystal yet again. How is it going?
Hello, we are the map pool specialists apparently, or something. We always get to do it together.
Yeah, it looks like I think we've had 2 of the 3 together for the showcase.
Yeah.
So we're looking good.
The qualifiers, I think it was not around, so that was the one you got with someone else.
I was with
and everything else.
That one.
Yep.
But with that being said, we can get right into the quarterfinals. Map pool is going to be another big step up, similar to what we saw between round of 32 and round of 16. And we'll be starting off in this quarterfinal showcase with Thinking of You. Gorshit, insane 1.1x. See that 250 BPM number.
That's pretty fast.
I don't think I've ever seen a map this fast in quarterfinals. This is a huge step up from previous years. And this is jump stream, I should mention. So it's not like speed or anything. This is 250 BPM jump stream.
But the patterns are very comfortable for the most part. I remember this on the 222, was it, I think, on 1.0? Or somewhere along those lines. It was very comfortable to play, like easily tunnel vision.
Right, it's very much an accuracy kind of map.
Yeah, this is like an accuracy map. You have the speed required, then you just good to go for this.
Yeah, very nice patterns. Pretty light overall as well, which should fare pretty well for the players that are left in quarterfinals. Knocked down to 24 teams left now. We saw our first batch of players get knocked out this weekend. But yeah, there really is not a whole lot to say about this. There's some smaller sections with some broken jump stream, but the longer strings of it of the jump stream is what's really going to matter, and it's very straightforward.
Yeah, and the end section of jump stream is the longest one, if I recall correctly, so that's going to be slightly stamina consuming to some players, specifically the lower end. But other than that, you have so many 1-2 breaks like this one in between that you can easily recover stamina until you hit this last stretch. So it's interesting. It's not that dense at all. In fact, it's actually very light. So 250, it's literally just a requirement of speed. If you have the speed to control 250 BPM jump stream, then you're good to go. The stamina is going to be a factor in this ending, but that's about as much as stamina can go. If you hit that ending fine, then you're just fine.
The ending's a little bit denser, has a couple of slightly more difficult patterns, but like you said, it's going to be a very tunnel vision chart. Players are going to be very comfortable with this, I think.
I miss the old background though, I'll say that's right. I like it a little bit more.
I have no opinion.
You picked this on Rhythm Rivals, right? I think it was.
I did on 1.0 quarterfinals. So 4 years ago, it was a quarterfinals pick for a 1v1 tournament on 1.0. A bit of a jump there.
This is one of those maps that you add 1.1 rate, and even though you think it's not that much, yes, it is that much. It really changes everything.
Yeah, and we've got our first hybrid coming up here. A map by Guden. I think their first. Actually, did they have something in round of 32? They might have. Regardless, we see a Guden chart. Mini Jack and LN coordination is what's listed here. Alone Intelligence. We got some Camellia coming in. Everybody loves Camellia in Mania, right?
I mean, For tiebreakers, for the most part, yes, but it's useful for any other category, really.
Yeah, we get a bit of a slow start here, but once this map picks up, it is going to pick up hard.
Yeah, I mean, just seeing that Mysterion couldn't 990k this is already concerning.
Yeah, there are some very tough patterns in this. The coordination required for it is extremely high. A lot higher than you'd expect given the patterns that we'll be seeing.
And it is a hybrid too, so coordination and hybrids, this seems like the map that will favor LN players the most out of the hybrids.
Also to note, this is a longer than 3 minutes, and the previous pick was about 2.5. So we're already starting this pool off with some relatively longer picks than we've been seeing in the round of 32 and round of 16 pools. Might be something we start to see more of as the pools get harder, as we were expecting in previous map pool showcases.
Yeah, not only stamina is going to be a factor because of the length of the matches, right? That you have to play many maps in succession, but now the maps are also getting longer, so you're going to need that stamina, not only physically, but also mentally. This is a very draining map.
Definitely some tricky release patterns coming up in this section, and some jacks that you're going to have to read through. Yeah, mini jacks leading into long notes, which can be very hard to coordinate to keep yourself from letting go of the long notes right away.
Reverse shields are very tricky there. Especially because you have to hold all the keys at the same time, so you can easily mess those buttons.
This part,
just miscoordinate. Oh, this looks insane. Oh god.
This is, I think, the hardest part of the chart, bar none. It is extremely difficult to get right, especially keeping control of those 3-note jacks while you're handling long notes. Luckily, it doesn't do any of the 3-note long notes while you're holding down the same hand.
Yeah, that doesn't help a lot.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean it's going to be easy.
No, not at all. There's also the thing that all the 3-note jacks always end with a long note release, so that if it is on different hands, it's a little bit easier to manage. If that was on the same hand, good luck.
Yeah. Not going to be very comfortable. I think this is going to be potentially one of the more ignored maps just because of the choke potential of it. I mean, we're only 2 maps in, but... Yeah,
we're still early, I think, to call that. I personally wouldn't mind to play this. I think this is a map we're going to see fairly often. Like, this is the first option for long note players, I think, once they run out of long note picks.
Maybe. We'll have to see how teams actually decide to go about this map pool when... the map pool is finished.
Yeah, and once we have a better
next
picture,
weekend. Yeah. But that is it for pick number 2, and we'll be getting into a pure long note pick here.
Straight to density. Apparently, we're gonna see LFO by Stupid Man 1.05 phase shift here. Yeah, I like this map. This map's cool.
Yeah, very, very focused on that, density. It's probably the purest density map we've seen so far this tournament. No tricky releases anywhere. It's just read through it, play through it, and that's it. It is on a little bit of a higher rate on 1.05, but that shouldn't really have too big of an impact overall on most of the players in this round, I don't think.
It's so tricky. It just doesn't stop, and the long notes are. You always have to be holding these 1-2 successions that you don't have breaks off, so that can be very confusing to hit. It makes it difficult to read too, because you always have this like 3-note 1/4 with a break in the middle, and you still have to hold a long note for longer periods of time that we do intend. It gets very messy. You need to be able to read this very comfortably if you want to hit it explosive.
Right, there's a lot of points where that an inability to parse through the really dense patterns like this, it's going to lead you to breaks.
The fact that the song is so broken, or like the chart is so broken, right? It's not just jump stream or longer jump stream, because it's so broken and you have some longer longers in the middle. It makes it very, very hard to coordinate and to hit properly.
Yeah, that control element does peek its head in a little bit, not so much as a release chart that you'd expect, but it still does, and it's still going to be something that players are going to need to pay attention to.
We're an easier ending here, I will say. Until we hit
some
this
density.
part.
Yeah, this is the densest part of the chart. So lots of chokes potential for that section right there, but that's going to end off LFO, the shortest pick we've seen, less than 2 minutes. out of the 3. And we were calling for it. We got core jacks coming up. Finally, we did it.
Let's go. 2 minutes and 50 seconds of core jacks as well, so...
Yeah, that's pretty long. The stamina is going to be a factor here.
On this song as well. I cannot think of this song without thinking of the SV chart that Quill made a long time ago.
Super Anime Groove 3D
Yeah.
World. Let's go.
This is the anime core jack pick.
Yes, that is how it's described. Anime core jack. 143 BPM as well. So not the easiest speed to keep up with as far as core jacks are concerned.
And there we go. All those longer jacks as well. So far this is like just a normal core jack map. Doesn't have anything really tricky into it. A lot of split jumps for the most part.
Yeah.
That's really the only thing.
It's a little bit like strong, like drawn away from what you might consider core jack density, like dense core jacks, and it's a lot more focused on like that mini jack control with the core jacks, like on top of it. It's so some players are going to find that a lot more comfortable. Some players are going to find it a little bit less comfortable than dense core jacks and just being able to slam through it.
Yeah, this would probably drain more stamina than a normal 143 core jack pick as well, because of how split the jump jacks are in general, like the core jacks overall. You have a lot of 1-4s and 2-3s and 2-4s, 1-3s. I'm just talking about the doubles placement, like the split hand jumps, and those drain your stamina a lot. This part looks a little bit heavier though, might just be me. Those moments are actually a bit tricky too, I think. Those can actually trip you, because you're so tunneled into the jack motion that you might as well, like, not necessarily drop combo, but maybe a couple 200s on those releases specifically.
Yeah, something also to note about that little LN thing is that there's jacks all on the opposite hand at that point too, which can be pretty difficult to get right. While especially if you're trying to focus on getting the releases right on those long notes.
It just doesn't stop.
We're coming up to the end of it. Seem to have just a very long string of core jacks right at the end. We'll be moving on from our 4th pick. Oh, once it ends, at least. That pie chart's getting smaller and smaller. There it goes. Pick number 4 out of there. And here we go into pick number 5. Streams. Yozakura on 1.2x rate, which puts this at a 324 BPM streams. This one is also very short, 1 minute and 49 seconds. So we've got 3 pretty long maps and matched that up with 2 very short maps.
Oh god, this song, not the map specifically. I hear this song so many times in the past.
The patterns look relatively comfortable, sort of.
Very.
I think they're more comfortable at this speed than they would be at 1.0. I'll say that much.
Yeah, because you kind of have to control it a little bit more. Here you can maybe get away with some like manipulation to some degree if you're not comfortable with the speed. Or also just the motion in general, you're just more used to hit it fast.
Right.
Okay, there's a lot of strain on the right hand, I think, in this.
I think the strain switches back and forth pretty heavily here. We're getting into the second half with the chorus, and I think we'll be having pretty much one more string of single streams at the end. And I think the last one lasts longer than any of the other points in this map.
This is very fast, though, as you said.
324 BPM is nothing to scoff at. We had 308 in the round of 16 pool, and that was already pretty fast. And jumping up another 20 BPM for this pool is going to be a bit of a change, especially with the patterns being a little bit less friendly than Open Your Eyes were.
I want Joel back.
Where's my Joel speed chart, please?
Where's my Aerobeat?
But that is it. Pick number. Is this 6? Yeah,
I
6.
think so, yes.
I think it's number 6. We got Somewhere I Belong, a Linkin Park song. Goodbye, VODs.
Yeah, goodbye, mods. I was about to mention the same thing. I did not said that. And apparently, due to the notes, this is Paintings V2, which
Yeah, I think that's
I don't know.
it's maybe a fair statement. I think the releases are much harder on this. And the coordination that you're going to require for it is much higher than is necessary for something like Paintings, which makes sense. It's a jump into the next round. 3.5 minutes. So again, continuing that trend of a pretty long pool overall. 4 out of the 6 we've seen so far have been, above 2.5 minutes.
No, those releases. Oh,
Yeah, they are
81
so hard to
BPM,
coordinate.
No.
I've seen this used in many a tournament, and those mini jacks are not friendly.
It's got the OD reduced though, right? Was it in OD8? I was pretty sure this was OD8.
I don't remember. But it does look like there was an OD reduction. It's down to OD7 now, so it'll be a little bit more manageable than it was before.
Very repetitive patterns as well. And very simplistic, really. This map looks extremely simple from a physical standpoint, but then on the technical side, you have to release and you have to not release at some points as well.
Yeah.
Coordination is just huge.
I would almost make the comparison to Shotgun Senorita before I would make the comparison to Paintings. Because this is similarly set up with the very low physicality required, but then the insane release requirement that it has.
Yeah, but this is just slower, which makes it even tighter to
Yeah.
good accuracy of.
Definitely. And we're only halfway through the chart, too. So we've got a lot more to look through.
The fact that it's so long as well, this looks like a sponge of bands in my books.
Yeah, I could definitely see that coming out.
Also, it would be beneficial for the bots, so I'm okay with it. To some degree.
And this section looks like a nightmare to get through. I think this whole chart has looked like kind of a nightmare to get good accuracy on.
Oh, certainly. You have instances, right, when you have the left hand and you have to release on like a quarter of a measure of difference, and that's just ridiculous on 81 BPM. With the same hand, it's so hard to control.
And Mysteria with a banger score, 994 is extremely impressive. I would not expect to see almost anyone next weekend getting a score like that.
Like V1 double S?
I don't know, but like players look out for this kind of bread and butter Chiwi and Amaram from Brazil. I think are the two biggest contenders for maps like this. This is exactly what they're looking for.
Oh, there's a 200 with
Rip. Yeah, and this last score is definitely showing off a bit more of that release difficulty than we saw earlier.
This reminds me of this Fall Out Boy song, the Vasima. That the ending spikes up in density a little bit. Thanks for the memories of Needles Pro, yeah. Obviously, this is much harder because it's so much denser and slower and harder to coordinate, but it reminded me a little bit of it.
Yeah, and there we go, 3200s, really good score, and we have our first SV pick, labeled as the memo pick by Hydria. I am interested to see what this map is all about. Uh-oh, I see SV and Hydria, and that's my first thought. Uh-oh, what's this gonna be?
I like the replay name.
Whoa!
And I also like that SV.
Nothing too intrusive
Yeah, nothing
yet.
crazy so far, yeah.
I'm assuming this is gonna change later. Oh!
Okay.
That's a bit much. We're seeing some changes.
It's like the song goes super hard, but then the map doesn't, so I think that would be something difficult to keep up with to some degree. Oh, that part is gross though. Oh
no!
Let's go!
Okay, yeah, I was waiting for something. We're seeing another red lips moment here.
Yep. Oh, I love this.
I think this is going to be a good one to watch. Not so much to play, but to watch, I think people will like this.
It's very easy to telegraph, though. You can see that whenever it switches from like one hand to two hands, uh-oh.
Bar lines.
Uh-oh.
Oh, no.
Oh, no. Wait, are those long notes? No, they're not. No, never mind.
No, they're not. They're not. They're definitely not. If they were long notes, I don't know what I'd say about it.
Oh, I love this trick of using the bars. I think the bars actually help you with this.
Yeah, they seem like they would, but some players don't play with bars, like me. Oops.
And again, this is easy to telegraph, though. The part where you have to like transition from 1-2s to 1-4s, it's very easy to telegraph. You can see the 1-3s into the 1-2. That's the sign.
Wow, actually, yeah, that's interesting. I didn't notice that at first, but you are correct about that.
It doesn't look too bad, actually.
It looks like I think people are going to be able to learn this, but it's going to take a little bit more work than the previous pools.
Uh-oh.
And another quite mini jack heavy and bursty hybrid. But this one's going to be more rice focused than the earlier one we saw, or much more rice oriented than Alone Intelligence. I know this song.
I was about to say the same. I think I never seen this map, but I definitely did hear the song. Psyche became so popular as of late. Last year specifically.
Yep, it looks like we're getting a bit of a light intro here with some flams that might be a little bit tricky, but definitely not going to be the main portion of the chart we want to look out for.
Okay, there are the jacks. I like this though. This looks comfortable so far.
Yeah, pretty straightforward. The LNs actually don't seem to be very intrusive up to this point in the map. It seems like very much it's a, what do you call it? A constant. I guess constant is the word I'm looking for, which is really good for this kind of structured map. It's going to be really good to get accuracy on. But now we're seeing some less conventional bursts showing up.
Yep. Kind of like flammy burst. I don't know. They're weird.
Yeah, they're very oddly spaced, like, apart from each other. Which is going to be tricky to get accuracy on, for sure.
The beam is just good enough there as well, because, I mean, at least myself, I don't have many difficulties with this shorter long notes in the middle of this kind of streams, because they just feel natural to just hit as a normal note, due to the BPM not being so high, not being so low. And I think that might help some people as well. Like, those LNs are just intrusive reading-wise. They're not going to be really intensive.
Yeah, I do think that this ending is going to have a little bit more difficulty with the LNs, and we're seeing that here.
I like that second column.
Yeah, we're going into the last third of the map. This is another 3.5 minute chart, so we're continuing that trend of very long charts this time around. And we can already see the LNs getting a little bit more intrusive slowly as this chart comes to its end, or starts to get closer to its ending.
You still have a quarter left.
Yeah, that is still about 50 seconds.
A little bit of a break here, though. I imagine the ending spikes a little bit compared to the rest, maybe more long notes even than what we saw before. But this looks like it's on the easier side, I think, so far of what we've seen in the pool. Sure, it requires some coordination like this, for example. These long notes are a bit intrusive, but definitely very intrusive, especially the ones in the right hand that you saw previously. Those are pretty tricky to hit. But it's mostly just that, really. It's that coordination that you need to get down, but the rest of the map isn't really all that physically demanding. You have the jack motion all over the place, but it's 1675 BPM. I'm not sure if that's annoying enough to be an issue. Considering the song just fits the jacks very well, they just feel natural to play.
And there we go with the second hybrid out of the way. And we're going to be getting into some technical stuff here. Another Viz D chart returns. We're seeing a lot of them now. And this is going to be bursty with mini jacks. And from what it says, I think it's implying that some of the mini jacks are going to be at 240 BPM. That's fast.
Excuse me? That's very fast.
That is extremely fast. You don't know 1.2 rated. There's one of those mini jacks you just saw.
Oh my god. They're so fast I missed them.
Oh, it's so hard to parse when they happen because of how fast they are. Those are definitely 240 BPM mini jacks, though.
Oh my god. It's funny because we're watching the stream here and it is a little bit laggy, so it's very hard to tell when something is actually a jack and not, especially at this BPM, at least for me. But if those are the jacks that I thought that were on the right hand, right, the doubles.
Yeah, there were some on the left, some on the right.
Yeah,
they were the doubles.
If those were the jacks, then good luck.
Yeah, those are very difficult. It looks like they're pretty sparse throughout the map, so it's not going to be too heavy as far as that goes, but we are still only halfway through the map, so we might just get greeted by more.
Pretty stamina draining, I'd say, that as well. It's very anchory.
Yeah, lots of short gaps that are not quite like long enough to give you a proper break, so you just have to keep going for the whole time.
Oh, there are the jacks again.
Yeah, they are returning with a vengeance. Physically, though, aside from the mini jacks at 240 BPM, this doesn't seem particularly difficult to keep up with. It's just going to be a big matter of keeping the your technique proper and not dropping combo on some of the more difficult bursts and mini jacks.
I can see this is happening here though. Like you have those split jump drills or split 3-note jump drills to some degree that are in the middle of all the patterns. They feel intrusive, so you could easily like mess those up. Those might be the biggest choke points. Along with the bursts, and in general, just the bursts are pretty hard too.
Yeah, it's just a lot of little tiny spots where misses are going to happen, and that stamina component is going to come into play as well. And this next one.
Oh god! What is
boy!
That oh god!
It was supposed to be with a video. Oh, it is. There's the video going. Okay. But screw Owo, a long note map. I think that's what this is technically called. Either that or a hybrid, but it's a lemon guy map. What can you expect? Like everyone knows what we're gonna be seeing here. And
the video,
the video is incredible.
Oh, that was disgusting. The fire over there. Oh.
This is quite a tricky map to get right as well. The LNs are very intrusive, and some of the mini LNs require a lot of reading skill and coordination to make sure you don't drop random 200s on them. The song is also quite the treat as far as this kind of stuff goes. And the video comes back. They're doing jumping jacks. It's Lemon Guy. That's what you expect. That's the patented Lemon Guy pattern.
Yeah, true. It's like saying my reverse shields or something.
Exactly.
Oof, okay. I love the background in this video, it's so good.
It's quite a good video. Make it a requirement for the players in the tournament to have the video enabled.
The background is also majestic. Good job, Lemon.
Indeed it is.
Uh-oh!
Uh-oh, we see another name. We see another name. I don't think we've seen them for a while. Shoegazer, Cheatriel. Uh-oh, 220 BPM jump stream for almost 4 minutes? Is that what we're seeing here? I mean, yes, that is what we're seeing here. So, not really a whole lot. This is extremely dense. It's really long, and it's pretty fast.
220 BPM is a little bit of a step down, I think, compared to the previous stage, but this is so much denser that itself is going to make the difference.
Well, it's not that much of a step down. Die Winnipeg was 225, so this being at 220 is not really a step down, especially for the stamina chart.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. When it comes to BPM, it's literally the same as last stage. It's just that the density picks up so much considered to the previous one, and the stamina component being a thing. 4 minutes is no joke for a chart that has like no breaks at all.
Yeah, you get a bit of a lighter opening, but once we get into the thick of it, there's not going to really be much of a break.
Yep. I agree with someone saying on the chat that this sound doesn't sound well on rates. I agree. I like the 1.0 version better.
Yeah, 1.0 is good, but I can barely hear it on 1.1 right now, so I'll have to give this another listen through after commentary.
Alright, and here we go. The stream should start and not end from now on.
Yeah, there's this long stream that lasts like 32 measures or something, 3264, something along those lines. It just goes on for a really long time. You're probably going to get a small break. Not going to be much of a break because then you're just blasted right into the ending, which is even longer than this one.
Yep, the break in this is also not that easy to hit either. I believe it was pretty anchor heavy as well, so you don't really get that much time to rest. You cannot drop your concentration on the break either.
Yeah, definitely just going to need to have a full level of focus for about 4 minutes for this one. Not going to give you any breaks here. Now here's this first break. Or actually, not first, the only break.
Yeah, there's no more breaks after this, right?
Nope, no more
so.
breaks. After this, after we start up the streams again, it's going to be going until the end.
Oh, right, yeah, it just goes like this and then it picks up again, but it doesn't have a break. Yeah.
There's like a 5-second break, I think, between this and when the stream the second bit starts up again, but it's not going to be enough to really matter.
I mean, I might be underestimating this, but this doesn't look all that challenging. I was expecting something harder, maybe. I'm not sure. Maybe I'm just underestimating this. I will still have to see the ending, which should be denser than this, I think.
Yeah, see, here's your little break you get for just before the ending. Doesn't last a whole long time. And there are some more extended streams even in this little break section, so you don't even get a break in the break. And here we go. More of all the same, very anchory, very trill-heavy patterns that are going to be very stamina draining, like we saw from the previous two stamina-based picks from round of 32 and round of 16.
And that is it. The map is pretty much over at this point.
Yeah, there it goes.
I think this will be a pretty popular pick, though.
I think it's going to be in the same vein as, the two other stamina picks. Those have been very popular. And speaking of more shoegazer, we've got Rain Shower, one of their more popular charts as of recently, a very well-known one. It's going to be like bursty tech. It's got some mini checks, but the bursts are really what you're going to want to focus on. The bursts and streams.
I like how the category says that it's April.
This is April. Well, the previous one was April JS. This one's just April. Not a whole lot to say about this. Very tricky patterns, not super dense, so it shouldn't be that bad to read through. But the technicality required for this is going to lead to, I think, a lot of breaks and combo drops and accuracy drops everywhere in this, because you don't really get much of a break. There's one small break in the middle, but that doesn't last long enough to really matter, and then the ending just blasts you until it finishes.
I think the harder part about all this map so far is that it just doesn't stop really at any point other than this small break. It's like it's weird. It feels like weird to play. Like it is extended to what you would expect to hit normally, but then it doesn't stop, and then you have a very small break in between, and that makes it very technical overall, I feel.
Yeah, and like I said, this is not that dense, but it is a lot harder to play than it looks. And some of these patterns look pretty hard, and it's even harder than that. 4.42 star rating? Nah, that's not the classic shoegazer underrated. This plays like a high 4 to low 5-star map, at the least. Oh yeah, and OD 8.5. Your accuracy is going to be very necessary for this.
There he goes.
And we're coming up towards the end of this. We got 2 regular picks in the tiebreaker left in this map pool. And this one's going to be familiar to a lot of people as well. We saw this. Shoutouts to Soft 5. Again, we saw Sound Chimera from last round from Soft 5, and now we're also seeing this. The Stage 4 qualifier and Lemon Guy Hybrid. Let's go! We always wanted one. But I will say that this doesn't necessarily play like a normal Lemon Guy Hybrid, because it's not so focused on the jacks as most of his other stuff. The Ellens are going to be big on reading through them and making sure you can read them. But the rest of the patterns are kind of straightforward. They're all like jump stream. There's some jump trill emphasis in a lot of parts. But this is a big reading tester and physicality tester. I think physically this is the hardest hybrid.
Well, it looks so far. It's very dense. So it takes a bit of time to get used to the density, and it's almost 234 BPM. That is very fast. Oh, I love those ankles.
Yeah, that's the patented Lemon Guy anchor. Yet again. And this chorus here, those long notes don't look that bad. They are much worse than they look. They are very intrusive to reading.
Wait, is Mint playing this?
Yes, this is a Mint replay.
Wow, I didn't know that Mint could play this. Well. Oh, that part though. Imagine if you drag or rush that section, you get blasted.
That would be a big accuracy drop. It's gonna be very important for the players to pay attention and make sure they don't drop at important points like that. And this is gonna complete our last hybrid and our second to last pick in the pool before the tiebreaker. And given that everyone knows we always end the free mod pool with SVs, we're going to have some SVs, and it's labeled SV Meme.
I love the replay name.
I don't know what that means.
You don't know what the replay name means?
Oh, no. I meant I don't know what SV Meme means.
Oh, I do know. Just listen to the song. That is what it means.
Iosis, let's go.
It's a chart that Walter was not able to assess. That should tell you something.
This is hard to read through.
Oh, that's low down over there. Woo. Okay, you don't want to sight read this. This is so tricky, man. You need some time in the editor to play this. A lot of time, maybe.
Oh my. The rhythm seems consistent until, like, specific sections.
I hate the bars, though. The notes are in the middle of the bars, so it makes it so much harder to read.
We're only 2/3 of the... It's felt like so long already.
This is a very evil pick. And I love it.
A very difficult to parse through, I think. I think that is it. You really need to flex your reading on this. Whoa! Whoa!
Okay, the second one looked a little bit easy compared to the previous one, but still, oh!
Oh my god! What is this?
I don't think you want to quad those as well, because if you quad them, you're gonna miss on the outro.
On the following notes, yeah.
on the
Ooh,
follow-up.
those jacks.
Ooh. Okay, that's when Walter got the 200.
It was indeed. But that's our last free mod pick of this pool. We're going into the tiebreaker. Booths of Fighters, Chamelea's Barrage of Flurries. Remix. A map by Mysterion, slightly edited for the purposes of this tournament, I would assume.
Played by Mysterion as well, and he has a 980k. I'm scared again.
Yeah, the ending is something. That I can say that much.
I like this song from Tiebreaker.
Got some more Camellia. We had a break from it last round, but we've returned. Bit of a slower section here at the start, just, you know, similar to Sound Chimera, which had that intro that wasn't particularly difficult. Get you ready. Get the ominous build up into the actual difficult stuff as we're about to start seeing.
That doesn't look so bad so far. Although in the varsity intro, everything looks fairly tame. Those jacks, though, are a bit tricky, obviously.
Yeah, the jacks are pretty fast, and I think the thing about this is that it's going to get harder as the map continues.
Okay.
Got some quick bursts. The LNs are not going to be super easy. We got some really fast jack patterns here, and some inverse. More of a hybrid kind of area as we're seeing right now. And those jacks are at 160 BPM, so that is nothing that you can just autopilot in the same way as some other kinds of jack patterns.
Right? Going to the long nose part now. Okay, I'm liking this. Okay, yeah, this looks good. This would definitely favor LM players, and it would absolutely murder whoever is not capable of hitting long notes. Because boy, those releases and those inverse in general, they're like pseudo inverse. There's not full inverse. So it makes it so much harder to hit.
That coordination aspect is going to come into play very heavily.
It's pretty short long no part though. Pretty brutal, but pretty short too.
Yeah, and we've made it to the second half. That transition is very difficult.
Speeding up.
It continues. And this is really where the difficulty starts to pick up. It looks a bit easier than it used to be, but I think the last, like, fifth of the map is going to be heavy. It's going to be very difficult at that point.
Oof. Okay. Harsh transition over there. We're now into a break. Only a third of the map remaining. And if I know anything about tiebreakers, is that they spice up the ending every single time.
They sure do. We're seeing a bit of an LN release break here, but I'm curious to see if this has any impact on the chorus. See if this is going to be where the big LN difficulty starts coming in.
Probably, right? Let's see.
Nice quick jump screen burst. And yeah, here we go. Long notes. Very dense. Some weird gaps that are going to be pretty difficult to coordinate as well.
Are these mini jacks in the middle as well?
I don't think so. It doesn't look like it.
Okay, I'm liking this. Doesn't look all that challenging in the second half of the Lumio section, but the part that started it looked a bit challenging.
Yeah, I think that L6 is going to trip people up in any case. We're about to be going into the transition of the ending, which I said a lot about. We still have 1,000 notes left in this map. Or, well, 700 or 800, but still, to keep that in about a 30-second section, this is going to be intense.
Okay, ending time. Oh boy, let's go.
And it doesn't stop until we finish it off here.
Woohoo! Okay.
Yeah, we're not we're not getting a break here. And there we go.
The stereo makes it look so much easier than what it actually is.
Yeah, this is 979k is an extremely impressive score on that. But that's going to conclude the showcase for the quarterfinals map pool. We've got 2 more map pools after this to showcase, and we're coming up on the last month of the tournament. I mean, it's been, I think we're about at the halfway mark, so it's been a long time coming. We still got quite a bit of tournament to go.
Yeah, the tournament just started. We're still missing so much.
Yeah.
We're about to get into halfway through it, right?
Yeah, I think this is the halfway mark, I think. So we've had 3 rounds plus... Yeah, 3 rounds, and we got quarters, semis, finals, and grand finals week. So we're about in the halfway mark now. And it has felt like a long tournament already, and we still got so much left.
Oh yeah, we do. We still have some exciting matches. The winner's bracket is scary, man.
Yeah, eight teams left in the winner's bracket, and we've been seeing some insane performances on these pools so far.
I like how the winner's bracket is literally every single one of the teams that got from 6-1 to 8, which is...
Well, hey, that means that the seeding did a good job.
I mean, so far, we have only seen a single upset in the entire tournament.
There have not been many upsets. It's kind of crazy.
And
there have been many close matches.
Yeah, there were many close matches, that's right. The only upset was Taiwan, 6-1 against Australia, and they were C25 and 24, so...
Yeah, they were already close, so you kind of expect something like that to happen. But even so, that is going to end off our weekend. We hope to see you guys come back next weekend for the quarterfinals weekend. Watch the 24 teams remaining duke it out with each other. I believe another 12 are getting eliminated this weekend. So we're starting to pick up the pace with this. But yeah, do you have anything else to say, Juan?
Well, I mean, other than wishing good luck to the players and to you, of course, one of the players of this tournament.
Thank you.
Because I'm starting to feel you're starting to need it. Maybe not the US specifically, but some teams definitely do.
Yeah,
map pool is getting hard.
Map pools are hard. People are going to need to really put out their work for it. That being said, also, don't forget to buy your banners with us. Support your favorite team, support the tournament, and support the prize pool. And if you manage to guess the winner of the tournament, you get to keep that profile banner for even longer. But unless you have something else to say with that, I think we are going to be closing out this stream and returning starting next weekend for the quarterfinals. And the map pool will be in the wiki rather soon, as will the schedule. So just pop on over there, and they should be in that site very soon, so that you can prepare for a weekend of intense matches.
Yep, a lot of things are going to get eliminated this round, so be careful there. There's some conditional matches as well, so if you don't know how that works, you can always ask in the Discord or on the forum thread as well. And as always, hope to see you all next weekend for more action of the Osumania 4K World Cup 2021. Bye-bye all.
Yeah, we'll see you later.